Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to give you a tour of one of my favorite bunk model fifth wheels. It's the 2023 Hemisphere 356QB. And if you guys have a big family, this is definitely going to be one to put on your short list. It has an outdoor kitchen. The bunk room has dual opposing slides. But the main thing is this camper actually has 2 full baths. So that is absolutely awesome. If you guys are looking for, the specifications on this unit, awning size, tank sizes, length, weight, height, all that good stuff, I'm going to be directly copy pasting it right off the manufacturer's website. You'll also find my contact information down in the description. I am in a sales position here at RV Nation. So if you guys are in the market, I'd love the opportunity to talk to you, see if it makes sense to do a little business. And then last but not least, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Got big goals for next year. Hit my goal of 10,000 for this, so I'm working on an extra 25 for next year. So getting lofty. But again, it's the 2023 Hemisphere 356QB, and since this is a bunk model, I'm going to start right here in the bunk. And the first thing that I notice is these dual opposing slides back here make for some incredible hangout room. I mean, if you guys are kids and you guys got buddies over and it's a rainy day, you're stuck in the camper, really doesn't get too much better than this. So there's going to be 3 bunks back here. You got one right here with your window that opens up for a nice breeze. You're also going to notice that you have a nightshade so you can get your Dracula on, block out the sun. But right below it is going to be kind of that entertainment area. So you get a couple storage, kind of little cubbies, both left and right, an access panel for some of your maintenance items. But in this, you're going to hear this. A little bit harder wood backing it, so that way you can put on a TV bracket, throw yourself up a TV. You got your outlets, and then a cable hookup. So, hook up like a PlayStation or something like that. Kind of enjoy, that downtime. But to the left of the bunk slide, you get some decent storage. Kind of just enough to get the job done right here. A little hanging rod, for some of your hanging items. And then up above, you get some more storage, kind of more of the same type situation, maybe for some stow-and-go items. You're also going to get yourself, a little mirror right here, show you off that bowling arm, baby. Got bowling tonight. Couldn't be more stoked. Need a bounce back from last week. It was a little rough. Did not bowl normal, but I'm working on getting that average up. So on this side, you're going to have 2 bunks. Well, I guess it's kind of 1 bunk and then a couch situation. So down here, you got this couch. It's kind of like foam, like little... it's kind of a big piece of foam, pretty darn comfy, but you can actually unfold it and it'll come out to about the middle of this camper. Makes a queen size sleeping situation, so pretty nice, pretty versatile, especially if you have some bigger kids. That's probably where I'd put them. It's going to be much more comfortable than the bunk. And then right here you have another one. It's got a 300-pound capacity with a window behind it with an emergency exit, so you pull, push, and pop, get out in a hurry. You're also going to see you do, again, get that nightshade. But this is a flip-up bunk, so you just flip it up, and you attach it both left and right, and you can hold it up for kind of your daytime mode, so you can use that a little bit more like a couch. Give you one more kind of little view here, of this bunk room. Again, the absolute massive space down in the middle, a couple coat racks right there, and then you're also going to notice you have USB and outlet, USB and outlet, so that is nice to have as well for all those devices that the kiddos are going to bring along with you. I know I got 4 of them running around, and there's never enough plugs, I'll tell you. Never enough plugs, never enough money, never enough time. So, like I said, 2 full baths. This one also has a rear entrance, which I really love. If you're at the campground and everyone's running around, getting dirty, mucking things up, and just having fun, you can run in, use the toilet, use the shower, the sink, whatever you want to do, without tracking everything through the rest of the camper. So I like that feature. That's something that I personally really, really enjoy. They also put the tub, and from selling these for so many years, I know how important that tub is. I get asked about it all the time. Is there a camper that has 2 full baths? And then almost anytime somebody asks is, hey, does it have a tub? And that doesn't matter if there's 2 or not. You just get asked that a bunch. A little bit of storage here. A little sink, not too much counter space, but enough just to kind of put some knick-knack items here and there, some toothpaste, toothbrush. Get yourself an outlet, and then here underneath, get some access to your plumbing and some additional storage. We swing it around. This is going to be a porcelain throne with the foot flush, a little place to hold your TP. Got your light switches right there, and then this is going to be for your max air fan. So your fan on and fan off. So you notice I just turned that on. Isn't overly loud, but just kind of helps circulate some of that air. And then right here above the toilet, you do get a little bit of extra storage, which is always nice. And if you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button. Again, it's the 2023 Hemisphere 356QB. Now I'm going to head up into the main area of the camper, kind of the cooking area. So you're going to have your sink, oven, refrigerator, microwave all over here with a little bit of storage. So you get a couple cubbies. And then here on the other side, this is going to be kind of your chillin' slide. So you got your pull-out sofa, which will make an extra bed. Come out to right about there. It's probably about a full size, I would say. But nice and comfy. You can sleep an extra 2 here. And then I love how they put in this oversized U-shaped dinette. 1, you can sit a bunch of people, but 2, you can sleep a bunch of people. So 2 more can fit there. And I'm 6 feet tall, and I can lay, across that, and it's still fairly comfortable. I would still probably prefer that right there. But this definitely gets the job done in a pinch if you need to sleep a couple extra folks. You got a table with these little legs. You can pull those out and drop it. That's how you're going to make it into kind of, sleeper mode. But then underneath, on both sides, you get a little bit of storage, and that runs from here all the way back to the wall, so that's always nice. The Hemisphere does have nice, high, tall slides, so you don't have to worry about bonking your head. I am 6 feet tall. So I'd probably say that's probably about, 6'3" or so, something around there. But that also gives you the ability to have these absolutely massive windows. So if you got a good view, you can really see kind of what's going along. They also, I'm sorry, kind of went brain farted right there. They also open up so that way you can get a nice cross breeze. Even the 2 side windows open up, which isn't always the case in a fifth wheel. These are all going to be tinted windows as well. And they're also going to be emergency exit. So pull, push, pop, you're good to go. And then you do get those nightshades, to keep the Dracula on, block out all the sun, keep the nosy eyes out, all that good stuff. Up here on the ceiling, you do get yourself kind of a more residential feature. You get a fan, help circulate some of that air, keep some of that breeze kind of moving along. And then there's also going to be one of the 2 ACs in here. And I'll show you that. It does have a dump port. I put one open and one closed. But if you don't want it evenly distributed, let's say if you're hanging out here watching a movie, you can open that up and it'll disproportionately blow the AC into this room. Or you can close it and it'll evenly throw it throughout this track system that this AC is on. So over here on this side, you got your fuse box with this little bench type stool. I guess something maybe, tie your shoes or, I don't know, do something with, I suppose. But you also get yourself a couple hanging racks. You have your Furrion, residential style refrigerator. It is going to be a 12 volt, and that does have some advantages. You can run it off your battery, the truck, obviously shore power. But instead of going with the gas and electric, I'm a big fan of these 12 volts because the frozen actually keeps stuff frozen. If you guys have owned RVs before, that freezer section just kind of makes, that ice cream's kind of that buttery texture. This will actually freeze it, and you don't have to worry about the sun beating down on this side, that will heat up the refrigerator. This is going to be one just like the one in your house, just runs a little differently on the 12 volt. It's also got kind of that, that smart feature, where you can check out the different functions, you can lock, all that good stuff right there. But that's going to be the Furrion 12 volt, really nice size to it. A little bit of countertop space here in this camper. Not too bad, not too great. It's not going to wow you, but I'll tell you, there's definitely enough. You have this absolutely massive stainless steel undermounted bowl. You also get your high-rise faucet, doing those dishes from all angles. I like how they snuck in a little window there that again opens up, keeps some of the breeze flowing. Underneath the sink, you actually get a shockingly amount of good usable storage space. And then they kind of buttoned up the plumbing back there underneath that panel, but with a couple screws, you take it out, you get access to your plumbing. Top drawer here is going to be a little bit smaller. This has your welcoming packet, and then also your drying rack, which goes, just above the sink right there, so that way you can dry out your dishes. The welcoming packet will have like owner's manuals, things like that nature for the refrigerator, microwave, oven, all that good stuff. Maybe a controller or two. You also get a bigger storage, so that's going to be underneath both. And I did forget that the Hemisphere went with the Goodyear tire, so that's a pretty nice little upgrade. Your Furrion oven comes with the 3 stovetop burner. A little oven, just enough to maybe cook up a pizza or something like that. So that's nice to have. And then here underneath, you do get a little bit of storage. Up above the sink and the oven, you have your Furrion microwave, so matching up with the oven and the refrigerator, sticking along with the Furrion. But you do get some pretty good storage up here. And one thing that I like, you'll notice I'm not holding that up. It's held up by the strut, which is always nice. You don't have to worry about this coming down and slamming down on you. It's also got a nice little look to it. And I'm a big fan of that. I think that is nice, nice, nice. You always need as much storage space as you can, that's for sure. You'll also notice that on top of both of these, you have accent lighting here and accent lighting here above the slide. So it gives it a nice kind of ambient glow at night. If your kids want to sneak out, get them a snack, or something like that, they definitely can. I think I already showed you these cabinets. Just in case, I'll kind of pop those just one more time. Right here is going to be your control, so your thermostat for both the front and the back. So, your heat and your AC, don't need to go over that too much. And that's going to be the switch for the fan. So as we move forward, heading towards the bedroom, before we do that, you have your entertainment section. You have a really nice sized TV. It's going to be the Sansui, well-known RV brand. Here's going to be your outlet, and you also get 2 USB ports. This is going to be on a swivel, so you can angle it around, however that you please. And you do get storage to both left and right of the fireplace. And I like how they put this new-aged fireplace in there. It's got the mirrored look finish to it. As you can see, kind of my shoes kind of reflecting in there. I put on the white light. That's my personal favorite, but there is a blue and orange and a red. And then if you turn it off, you can see it just kind of adds to the decor. But this has a setting. It's 5,500 BTUs of heat, and it will heat up the entirety, of this room. Absolutely no problem. Same storage, both left and right again. And then here above the TV, you get just a little bit more storage. So that's going to be the same here on both sides. It actually is just kind of one connecting piece. But pretty good usable space. All right. Heading up the stairs, you're going to have your control panel. So your water pump, water heater, tank heater, your different lighting controls. And then this is going to be for your awning. And then 3 of your slide outs. You do have a separate control for your bedroom slide, which I'll show you here in a moment. But you can also check, kind of your tank levels. So, your fresh tank, your battery, it's plugged in, so that'll be full. Black 1, black 2, gray 1, gray 2. All that stuff can be found right there. Easy to use. That's for sure. Let's see here. Let's get the light going on in the bathroom. Couple little baskets, put some towels, put some TP, whatever you want to do. You're also going to get a max air fan. Again, kind of circulate some of that air, get some air out of here. Little skylight for some natural lighting. And then a pretty good sized shower. And I do like how they put in that little seat there in the corner. That's always nice. That also looks like they're using the... Oh, come on. Well, that is latched in somewhere. But, oh, it's on the inside. I swear, they hired me because I'm friendly. Well, I'm not going to mess with it. Jeez, oh Pete's. But it's the Tri-Glide glass series, so there's 3 panes of glass right there. So it makes that opening just a little bit larger. You're also going to see you got your countertop space with your sink. And then bada bing, bada boom, a little bit of storage there. And then here underneath you have access to plumbing and then a little bit of storage. And again, much like the one here in the back, you do have the old porcelain throne, and it's a foot flush as well. Outlet, light switch, control for the max air vent fan. And that brings us into the bedroom, which I'm very happy with. You get a good sized bed. That bed does have windows on either side that both open up for good cross breeze. I got the nightshades half drawn, but I think it's a pretty slick looking decor move, if you don't mind me saying. 2 clicker lights, your AC back here, and again, you can open it up if you want to be selfish compared to the rest of the place. You're more than welcome to do so. You do have your dump valves. Just open that up and it'll force all that good air, you know, right in here. This is going to be the control for the slide. So, you know, in and out, your light switch. And then right down here, you do get 2 outlets and 2 USBs, you know, to kind of charge up your devices. You got your closet right over there. And then right here, you got your dresser set up. So a little bit of countertop space, 3 dresser drawers. A place for a little TV backer indicated by this handy dandy sticker. But put yourself a TV in there and you guys are watching movies at night, no problemo. You got your cable hookup, 2 outlets. Then you got a really nice oversized window, which I'm a big fan of. Again, it does open up for a nice cross breeze, and it doubles up, you know, as an emergency exit. And the closet on this is pretty darn impressive. So it's kind of segmented into 2 different sides, both of which, you know, have your hanging racks. So you got your little bar right there. King Wi-Fi prepped. So that way if you want to get some Wi-Fi down at the campground, you can get that installed. But you have your washer and dryer hookup. So this is more than enough room for a fully stackable washer and dryer. So you can use this as more than just kind of a weekend warrior. You know, you can use it for week-long trips, more full-time applications, you know, things like that. But your hot and cold water, and you also have your appropriate plug-ins. Little place to, you know, hang a jacket or something. Let's go over here on this side. Hanging rack. Got the little cubby going on. You got some pretty good floor space in here with the carpeted finish, which I'm a big fan of. Yeah. But guys, I think that about wraps up the inside here of this camper. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour so far. I'm going to show you a couple things on the outside that I think are pretty cool. But this was the 2023 Hemisphere 356QB. And I'm just going to give you one more kind of little walkthrough of this. Head out the back, and then, yeah, I'm going to start there. I think I'm going to start at the outdoor kitchen. So again, the 12-volt refrigerator. All Furrion for the microwave, the oven. Got a good-sized sink. Both seating applications out here do work for sleeping. And then don't forget this absolutely massive bunk room. And then you got your second full bath. But pretty darn nifty. Alright, so right here on the rear, you do get yourself a bumper. The stairs do roll up and stow themselves away. But you are prepped for a backup camera, an observation camera if you would like. $550, you can install, or geez, oh Pete's. For $550, you can have an observation camera installed that you suction cup onto the windshield of your truck, and then you can see what's going on behind you with distance markers. So it makes for a little bit safer of a trip. You can also angle it down at your bumper. That's kind of like a fight protection. You know, you guys don't have to argue about what you're about to hit. You do have a ladder to get on top of your fully walkable roof. So get up there, check your maintenance, check your seals, check your slides, make sure there's no debris, you know, or anything like that that you could potentially close the side and, you know, pop a seal if there's a little branch up there. If you don't want to get up and check the slides every time, you can install slide toppers here. They run about $700 a piece, but it's basically a piece of awning that runs from here to here and stops that debris from landing on the slide. So when you pull it in, it kind of just rolls right off the top. Pretty impressive outside kitchen. You get a couple outlets. You get a ton of storage, a massive outside refrigerator right here, the Everchill. So you could definitely fit in, I would say probably about 24 to 36, cans of apple juice, no problem. You also get your plumbed in sink, which is nice. It's not just kind of one of those drop trays that are in there. You have to keep, dumping and pouring every time that you fill it up. It is actually plumbed in. And then right here, this is going to be the top of the griddle. It's flipped upside down just for kind of stow and go, ready to roll. But you have your LP quick connect. And then the griddle, if you want to cook up some eggs, some bacon, whatever it is that you're doing, you got plenty of room to do it. And then you also have a little bit of countertop space, for all the fixings if you're making burgers, something like that. You also get plenty of storage. So you're going to have 3 little doors right here. Open those up. Pack it full of weekend full of, snack supplies. You guys are ready to roll on a good trip. Dual axle, electric auto leveling on this unit. Again, the awning size will be down in the description of the camper. And then you do get marine grade speakers, so you don't have to worry about the rain or anything like that. You also get your Y bracket if you want to move the living room TV out here. Slides right into there. You also have your cable hookup and then your outlet. Extra large grab handle, which I'm a fan of. So you just pull that out and put it right there, and you can see you got your solid entry steps, which are really nice. And there's some inclement weather, a little bit sturdier, a little bit ready to go, and kind of take a little bit more abuse. But you do get that extra large grab handle, which is nice, because as you can see, I'm not even on the step yet, and I'm grabbing that. Just makes for a nice, safer, kind of entry into the camper. Absolutely massive pass-through storage, and I do like they're all heated and enclosed. They started doing what's called the accessibelly. That's going to be new for 2023, and that's actually underneath. But instead of having this be one big panel, you can see it's all buttoned up. It's actually sectioned off. I believe it's 4 or 6 foot sections. But if you ever need to get some access to something, you can just take off that one removable panel and, do your maintenance, then plop it back in. Done are the days where you have to remove the entire thing and put it all up, and it turns into a nightmare. This also shows off the construction quality here of the Hemisphere. You'll notice you don't see any bare wood. It's got the alumifoil there, all wrapped up and buttoned up. You don't have to worry about water splashing up. And then you, of course, you got your aluminum studding. You'll also see it is welded at all points, which is a perk. Got your little bottle opener there. I know a lot of campers like to drink, but that's pretty nice to have. Battery disconnect, a little clicker light. A little leash latch to remind you Forest River is your furry friend friendly. Let's see here. Let's see what we got under here. A little bit of storage with your spare tire. Got a place for your battery. And then it is like 10 degrees outside right now, or 20 degrees, so I'm not heading out. But you do have your LED strip running up the front, which is always a perk. When you're backing up, a little bit easier to see, that pin box. Another thing I do like is how the sidewalls are nice and sturdy. They don't push in. They're not flimsy. Propane behind that door. This is going to be the back end of your pass-through storage. It also has your docking station. So you have some access to some hot and cold water, with an outdoor shower. It's going to also be all your bypass valves, for your hot water heater. You have cable satellite hookups, winterization, city mode, freshwater connection, and then your black tank flush. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically a sprinkler system, there for your poop tank, kind of knocking off the TP, and stuff that's building up for you that you don't want. Back end of the hot water heater. And then this is going to be where all your connections are. So your sewer outlet connection, fresh water drain, all that is going to be located just under that. But guys, I think that about wraps this up. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope you consider hitting that like and subscribe button for next time. My name is Hunter, and this was the 2023 Hemisphere 356QB. Hope you guys have a good day. See ya.